And a big hello to the people of the future. It is I, your friendly neighborhood suggestion harpy. Alan's in the house. We'll be out here in a second, but I want to go ahead and get things kicked off. So we'll start with hello to people of the future. Hello to Jordan Bunce, Stanley S., Jennifer Pew Pew Pew, Sarah R., John Sheffield, Heather Corey, Chase Perry, Ken Leshy Reese, Reese's Lovely Thoughts, Tug Hillbilly Homestead, Mimi, Tutwork Studios, An Ox and a Moon, Pops on the Tube, Troy Franson, hello to Tom Everard, and Mrs. CB, Jordan Easel, and Body Geeks, Edson Juice, it's Mario, hey, Buster Mac, MMZ Creations, hi, are you new? I don't recognize the name. Stream Elements, thank you, Robot. Edson Juice, Ms. Native Cherokee 70. Woohoo, next one didn't miss it this time. Yeah, last time you joined us right there at the very end. Resurrect Costumes, Nisi, Crypts, Sarah R. Yep, I think that's everybody. All right, hi.
Hi, everyone.
We also have Hallie here tonight. So we're going to be, let's go get everybody caught up over here. Tonight, we're going to be flocking hold the plant monsters there. Flocking these guys. And painting some elves. MMZ Creations, you're new. All right, cool. Well, welcome. I don't have a Beastman fist bump to give you, so you get a me fist bump. But yeah, should be Sarah R says hi, Hallie.
Hi.
And Drew says hello. And here's the man himself.
Woo!
Hi.
Yeah.
This is my Mr. Rogers moment. I come in, take off my sweater.
Change your shoes.
Right.
Edson says, hey, Allie. Realms, what will be your nightmare? Says hi. Hey, Realms, it's been a minute. Ross Richards says, Hallie.
Yes. That is the correct way to spell. Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, they definitely came here to get yelled at. That's why they're all here. Hallie.
No.
You know how to use contact cement?
How many times have I used it here?
Well, I just have to check. All right, so I would contact cement these guys in, take them out, hit it.
Jordan Easel says, hi, Creepy Eilish.
Creepy.
Sarah R says, hi, Alan.
It was Billy Ghoulish before.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
Jordan Easel says, yo, folks.
That sounds like Creepy Eyelash, which it's a good name, I guess.
Yeah.
Sounds like an evil Muppet character.
Mm-hmm. Edson Juice says, human fist bump.
Do you already have some contact cement out?
We sure do.
Let's see,
on the
contact
shelf
cement.
I know it has to be some out.
No, I don't think so.
Dan Henry says, hi, Alan Rogers. It's a beautiful day in the monster show.
Hello, Dan Henry.
Resurrect Costumes. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
You know what? I'm not tripping over cords.
That's right.
Cool. Okay, so go to this one. Tripod cam. All right, so this is where I thank Patreon for those two sweet cord reels up there in the sky. Those are USB cord reels. So now the USB cords go, I can reel them in up there, okay, so they don't take up any, there used to be a mess over here in the corner. And then they go, and they can just go right down to there.
It's magic.
So we put hooks up, and the wires go in the hooks. Yeah.
Ken Zarish says, howdy neighbor. David Quintana says, hello human beings. We're cracking up Reese's Lovely Thoughts. Creative Doof says, ooh, another live stream. I'm glad I caught this one too.
Yes, I'm gonna get better at this. I know I'm not very good right now, but I'm gonna get better.
Kalisha F says, happy Monday, creepers. Jennifer Pugh says, woo, cord reels.
Yeah, they're cord reels like that are pricey, but Rue literally just kept tripping over cords, so it was a necessity.
Mario says, did I hear contact cement? Now wake up again.
Mario!
It's me, Mario. Kalisha F says, awesome. Jennifer Pugh says, woo, cord reels. It loves me.
I'm trying to get this. What are you doing? There we go. No.
Just kidding. There you go.
All right, now we're good.
Jordan Easel says, are those cord reels electric or strictly mechanical?
Mechanical. It's to pull it and then they go back.
Maybe go the other way. Just kidding. There we go. Resurrect Costume says, is there a loss of USB data power the longer the cord?
You can only get up to, so, all right. So, I learned this many years ago when I had to extend a lot of servo to controller cables. The signal traveling through is a wave, and what happens is the wave gets squared off over time. You get less and less of the wave. So you have to have a little thing in line that will change your wave back to waviness. I'm saying it wrong, but yes, if it's not built right. Normally, you don't want to extend a USB past like 25 feet. But
come on, little buddy. Edson Juice says, happy heavenly birthday to Betty White. Yeah, she would have been 100 today. Creative Dude says, YouTube's weird when it comes to notifications. Sometimes I get notifications after a stream is over. That's why I'm glad I caught another stream.
okay, so you know what? I'm gonna talk about Betty White for a second. People have loved Betty White. Honestly, I think I'm gonna give her resurgence to one of my favorite movies, Lake Placid.
Really?
Because that was like the first movie where she played the F-bomb dropping little old lady.
Yeah.
And like that sort of started, oh, we need a little old, sweet little old lady to cuss a lot and be mean to people. Let's call Betty White.
Yeah.
And normally I'm a little frustrated when a celebrity dies because like you haven't talked about them in years. And now you're all really upset that they're gone. But Betty White, like she had memes and you know what I mean? She was
culturally relevant.
She was culturally relevant up until, you know, she passed. And so it doesn't bother me to see all of the R.I.P. Betty White hoopla. That sometimes it does because, you know, you hadn't thought about them in 10 years.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I think I saw a really remarkable thing there. Where like what does it say about you both as a person and as for your career that you were around for 100 years and everyone agrees it wasn't enough?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, I don't have subtitles here.
Curious.
I could probably fix that later, but until then, go to Pip. And Pip will give us subtitles.
Sure
back.
does.
Yeah.
Jordan Easel says, are they like elongated smart device chargers?
They're USB cords, but no, they're not. It's a USB cord.
Ben Hernandez says, hi, Creep fan, love you guys.
Hi.
Kalisha F says, I just roll and clamp them on empty TP or toilet paper rolls. Love knowing this exists.
Well, if you want to get yourself some, they are pricey. I will warn you.
Resurrect Costume says, a booster?
It's like, you could call it a booster.
Almatra Art says, hello everyone.
Almatra Art.
Ba, ba, ba.
Yeah.
Seems catching on.
Yeah. Living on the Bluff says, hello.
Hello.
Jordan Easel says she was almost 100. Creative Dude says, Betty White probably had a lot of candles to blow. She's probably having a good day, just in another place. Kalisha F says, yeah, she was awesome in Lake Placid.
She had a lot of what?
Candles.
Candles.
I heard camels to blow. I was like, don't say it about her. She's awesome.
She would have loved that joke. So.
What camels? I don't know, but a lot of camels to blow. It's busy week.
Fondian says, hey, hey, hey. Resurrect Costume says, 99 is a great run.
Yeah.
Brenda Bogdan says, Betty White was the naughty friend on Mary Tyler Moore. Felicia says, exactly. Like, when was the last time people mentioned Sidney Poitier before he passed? I mean, I guess unless you're in theater people groups. And then...
Well, you know what? I'm friends with his nephew.
Yeah.
Damon Damien Portier, who is he's been in a lot of stuff, but he and I worked together at Skull Kingdom. So
yeah, great dude. So 99 years is a great run. Sarah Mars is ba ba ba. Mrs. CB says Ashley Burton does movie reviews of movies she hasn't seen, and she did Lake Placid today in honor of Betty.
hooray!
Body Geek says, how does the new monkey like her tiny chair?
I don't know if she's even gotten in it.
Yeah.
Chloe Jack is cracking up over camels. Creative Juice says, birthday candles, Ellen. Birthday candles.
You know what?
And some juice says, we have that kind of channel, Ellen.
It wasn't clear, okay? That's why I had a shocked look on my face.
Leonard Cook says, Alan, you're a lucky man to have such great help.
Sure, that's what they call it.
Thank you, Leonard.
We're helping.
I think Leonard's being sarcastic.
David Quintana says, pictures in my mind. It must stop. Come on, Leonard. Tell me you're being serious.
Yeah, I think this mossy flocking I'm going to put on... Here, I'll show you one of my fuzzy balls. Right there. This looks
Alan
like
Hobbs.
weed.
It does look like weed.
They're gonna bust me. This is flocking. It's meadow grass. It's okay, grass doesn't help. It's oh no, it's going off the
It's
rails.
not marijuana.
Yeah, this is not marijuana.
Dear YouTube.
This is flocking. All right, this is flocking.
It just looks like marijuana.
Yeah.
Jordan Easton says, so you share a mutual friend with a celebrity, someone's nephew?
It's a celebrity's nephew. I'm friend. Yeah. Yes.
Thank you, Brenda Bodwin. She sent us $5. So I made something. I made a real
Wow.
5-color wood cutting board. It's 3-inch thick, 7 foot wide, 7 foot long. How do I make a giant butcher knife to go with it?
Okay, so there's a lot of great places where you can just buy a blade already finished, and then you can put together the handle. And that way you can do a 5-part handle in order to match the cutting board. If you send me like a message on Facebook, then I can send you a couple links to places that sell those.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
It did look a little bit like marijuana, but it's not.
Felicia F is cracking up. Mrs. CB is cracking up, so I missed you all. Leonard Cook says, no sarcasm here. Thank you, Leonard. Jennifer Pugh says, wow. Creative Juice says, this stream just went MA, everyone.
It's not the weed.
Tucker Billy Holmes says, it's rare. It's that rare Mary Jane flock. Reese's Lovely Dot says, when you say mossy flocking, look at my balls. Yep, I'm home. Resurrect Costume says, hashtag demonetizing. Felicia F says, flocking fuzzy balls.
So was the styro glue stiff, or did it flow well, Hallie?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
The styro goo, was it stiff or did it flow well?
I think it flowed pretty well.
Would you point that camera at me?
Smooth.
Yeah. That's good. It's good. Now it's
Just your head.
Now it's happy. Yeah, just my hand. Move it closer. The whole stand. Okay.
Just thinking about it. We need to pop your chair up, son. Body Geek says, just join Patreon and you too can get your own batch of flocking.
Hey now.
Ken Zuri says, who's seen the video of Betty and Steve-O talking about stunts?
I have not.
David Quintana says, so that mouthing flocking?
So this stuff, the styro goo,
Mm-hmm.
it definitely adhered a lot faster than this stuff because it's still.
Well, and that says it's 30 minutes to set and then 12 hours for complete cure.
Did you
Yeah,
read
and
the
it's-
instructions on both of them
Yes, I did.
before you used it?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Brenda Bottoms says, awesome, thank you. That looks like Mary J.
It does.
Jordan Easel asks, do you like garlic butter and queso on your chili dogs and burgers? I do.
It's gonna be one of those nights, huh, Jordan?
Do you like garlic butter and queso on your chili dogs and burgers?
No. I think shredded cheddar cheese is good on chili dogs, and I'm a sliced American cheese guy on my burgers.
Von Diane says, flocking fuzzy balls, Betty White would approve.
Oh my.
Yep, this is a Betty White approved stream
We're
tonight.
going off the rails officially.
Also, today is in memoriam, officially the day to donate to animal shelters and rescues. Pretty juice. It sounds like Jordan's eating good tonight.
Nice putting garlic toast on burgers. Communism.
You know, garlic butter on a burger would be alright. I don't know if I do garlic butter and queso.
See, I think I heard garlic toast, and that was a point of my confusion.
Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, so far, a Randy Camel innuendo and medicinal flocking balls, and it's only been 10 minutes. This is going to be a good night.
Hallie, can you move this camera just this way a little bit?
You want it?
Okay. Right now it's pointed over here. Pointed.
There you are.
Yeah, that's good.
Perfect.
They should see me breaking up the flocking.
You need a grinder?
Yeah.
Just a little twist.
I don't get that reference.
I bet you don't.
Y'all getting tested.
Well, it's been a good one.
Yeah.
Then a chill filled the room.
That's one of the things about Dark Hour. It's like the company, because we hire through a agency, not a temp agency. It's a payroll company.
It's a staffing company.
Yeah, it's a staffing company. So they handle workman's comp and all that kind of stuff for us. And they have a policy where if you get injured on the job, you have to get tested.
Mm-hmm.
Because people just aren't reporting injuries.
Yeah. Fieldwalker Mass says, hello from Scotland.
Hello, Scotland.
David Quintana says, what are you working on that's different?
Well, right now I'm working on, this styro goo, it dries too fast. This is dry. This is not sticky. Maybe the tacky glue. I wanted to try something new.
You gotta be quick on the draw there for that.
Yeah.
And Jennifer Pugh says, twisting. Cliché's cracking up over just a little twist. Creative Duke says, the zoo is offering free discounts for seniors today in honor of Betty White. That's awesome. We're cracking up, Sarah R. David Quintana says, aha. Tubwork Studio says, did you tell us what strain of flocking that is?
Yes, this is meadowgrass mixed. 6 millimeter.
Just inquire at your local dispensary.
40 Decitex. And then it says the name Matt. I don't know why it says Matt.
Matt.
I don't know. Matt. And then it's flocking. www.flocking.biz is who I got it from. Which is in the UK, so there is higher shipping. But we're just not into flocking here in the States for some reason.
Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, looks like my special quote-unquote Pringles can.
Oh my.
Korean Dude says, as far as garlic anything, it keeps the vampires away. That's what my family used to kid about.
Yeah.
Kalisha F says, sticky icky green. That's next year's green paint color, the sticky icky. Kidding. It's not. We haven't picked colors for next year. Mike Cherzanowski says, hello guys.
Mike Cherzanowski. I want to see him at Transworld.
Hey! We will also see you at Transworld.
I think all of us will see him at Transworld.
Mimi says, any deal breakers you have when doing actor auditions?
Yes. Yes, there are some deal breakers when doing auditions. I'd rather not have, like, I want them in a big room, like they're all waiting in one room, and I want to see interaction. I want them to talk to each other. So I kind of like the loaders. It's kind of a little bit of a strike against them, but I do send people out to talk to everyone. And if they're just rude or whatever, then there's a strike there. But also,
when they approach you in restaurants.
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, boy, anything that just makes them a terrible person, that would make them not be a good candidate.
Norman Vincent says hello. Felicia F says you got Matt's stash.
Apparently so. He's going to be really upset because that's a big bag.
Miss Cherokee 70s, Miss Native Cherokee 70s says not much flocking going on here.
We're working on it.
Resurrect Costume says, why tacky glue and not contact cement?
Because tacky glue is meant to, it goes on and it has an adhesive quality. Contact cement doesn't work the same way. Contact cement is you have to put it on both surfaces, and I'm not going to dip each end of flocking in contact cement and then press it together once it's dry. Contact cement works very well in a very particular way.
Thank you, Brenda Bodwin. She says, ALEXA, quote something by Gertrude McFuzz.
Gertrude, I've never heard of that person. Alexa, who is Gertrude McFuzz?
Here's something I found on the web. According to Wikipedia.org, she is a professional Canadian musical theatre actress performing in roles such as Maria in West Side Story, Ariel in The Little Mermaid, Beth in Little Women, Millie Dilmount in Thoroughly Modern Millie, Gertrude McFuzz in Seussical, Ariel Moore in Footloose, and more.
Well, there you go.
Okay, I have not heard of that person. I thought he was funning us.
Body Geek says, I would probably fail an audition. But you did great, so.
What is body?
He showed up.
He came in.
He came and helped us on the Hell Week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the week.
Yeah.
The blur week.
Yeah,
for
the
me.
blur
Okay.
week. Mr. Jimmy FXC says, hey Alan, hope you're doing good along with you too, Stacy. Thank you, thank you. Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says 2 different types of glue. Glacier F says, axe the loners? I guess so. I mean, zombies are sort of pack animals.
I want us to we hunt in packs. You know, I mean, we work together quite a bit, and I want that to be possible. And we also have to cooperate. We got to be nice to each other. And
Jordan.
the main thing that you should fight as a casting director is clicks. You don't want clicks, you know, because they really cause alienation. And since haunting kind of has a rep for accepting everyone, and I really think that as an industry we're really good at that. I don't like clicks.
Jordan Easel asked, does this flocking gun require separate batteries?
Yes, it does. Or I have another one that you can plug in, but I just like this one a little better.
Jennifer Pugh says, I'm dropping off early. I've got stuff to finish up before bed. Good night, all.
Good night, Jennifer.
Good night.
Good night.
Pew, pew, pew.
Hey, Hallie.
No.
Can you reposition this camera over here so they can see this a little better?
Possibly.
Brenda Bodwin says, nope. ALEXA is wrong. Gertrude McFuzz is a Dr. Seuss character.
They did say Seussical.
Hello.
Hey, just pick it up and walk it around over here.
Oh, you want it like over there? Okay.
Yeah, move the camera to over here, because they can't see anything from that side.
Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, well, I have never done flocking before. I didn't know what it was until right now.
Yeah.
They're fuzzy sprinkles. Oh, yes, please. Michelle Schulte says, evening all. Hi, Michelle. Hello, gorgeous.
And now that white of the tacky glue will dry clear, so I'm not too worried about that.
Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, we had to make changes this year because of click issues ourselves. This can be a real morale killer when there's a group who complains about everything.
Yep. Yes, it can. Yeah.
Jordan Easel says, this tool looks like a lint roller. Can you buy one shaped like a hairdryer?
No. No.
Larry Hughes says, good evening all.
Let's be clear, Jordan. I ain't Google. If you can just Google it, then do that.
Well, that immediately makes it look so much more planty.
Does it? I was a little worried. It was doing me a concern. So you think it does look good and planty?
Mm-hmm.
It looks plantier, I think.
It does look plantier. I think it is just on the sheer color of that flocking may maintain some of its more nug-like appearance.
Stacy, please don't use the word nug in the show.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Stacy's last night.
That's a lot of teeth for a testicle, Stacy. That's all I'm saying. It's a lot of teeth.
Brenda Bottom says that's a much better view.
Your husband should see a doctor. That's what I have for you.
Not a nut.
Apparently your slang for nug and mine are different.
Yeah, they are.
You mean like a chicken nugget?
No.
What do you mean by nug?
You know what? We're just gonna roll right on by
Yeah,
that.
please don't explain.
Not while we're live.
Jordan Eagle says sorry. Clear Chef says it's fuzz in a jar with a screen on the bottom. Brenda Bottom says I always feel like somebody's watching me.
And this is a lead from a negative ion generator, and coming out of the screen, it gets a positive charge. You can see me turn it on, and you see nothing happens, like nothing even changes. But you pin this to it, and then it's got a negative charge, and then all of your fuzz will stand up. It's all fun and games, so your fuzz stands up.
Ellis Fire says I think it looks good. Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, so is this like a carnivorous plant thing?
Yes.
See, maybe just a bad batch of nugs.
Nugs come in batches?
So that little piece that you held up that was all together, the little ball,
Yeah.
I would call that a nug.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. It's one of those marijuana terms. Okay.
So now you're caught up.
No. Miss Native Cherokee 70 says, now I know, I would have just called that sprinkling fuzz over glue. I feel smarter now.
This will try and save my fuzz that I sprinkled.
Jordan Easel says, it does look like a conglomeration of fuzzy roots. Ben Hernandez says, Alan, what's your choice of rotary tool you use?
So I have good ones and I have bad ones. And they all spin really fast. So I don't have a huge preference for one or the other. What's the name of the brown one with the cord and the unit?
The brown one?
The drawer's right next to you. It's like brownish green.
Oh, with the whole unit?
Yeah.
Is it Proxon?
Proxon. Proxon is my really nice one. But then I also have Wen, W-E-N, which is the cheapest. They're blue. That's the cheapest one on Amazon, and it's just fine. Oh, Hallie, I need another acid brush. This one fell in, and now it's unserviceable.
Oh, good no.
There's a drawer labeled brushes right over there.
Michael Frey says, hello from Ohio.
Hello. Hello in Ohio. Hello in Ohio.
Resurrect Costume says, inquiring minds want to know. Mimi says, is it a bad thing to hop from haunt to haunt every few seasons? There are a few haunts I want to try out, but I don't want to, for lack of a better word, abandon haunts I get attached to.
Well, you also need to grow as an actress. So I don't mind that, and there are sometimes, make it clear that I left there just for new experiences and to see what other casts were like and see what other shows were like and how people did things. I don't see any issue with that at all. Now, if you've worked at 6 haunts in the past 4 years, that might be an indicator of an issue. It's just give them a whole season and then move on to your next adventure.
Jordan Easel says, peach fuzz, moldy peach fuzz.
Pretty much. That's kind of where I was going with this.
Brenda Bodwin says, I have a taser. Will that work?
I don't think so.
That might be a little overkill. Maureen Casale says, like fuzzy green plant that got the guy from Creepshow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Stephen King?
It was
that turned
Stephen
into
King.
this?
Uh-huh. Natty Pan says, I learned a new definition tonight. I too thought that nug was a nugget. The things I learned here.
Yeah.
The more you know.
I thought nugs and huevos went hand in hand. No pun intended.
Oh, no. Oh, Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, I love my small pen Dremel.
Use the words again.
I love my small pen Dremel. I think she would say small. It said small.
Yes,
pen.
Proxon is like a pen Dremel. And I have another one that is a battery operated Dremel, which is fine. I use that mostly for miniature work. And then, yeah.
Laura Zulu says, "Can you use that tool to flock a Christmas tree?"
Yes. I bet I have 10 Dremels. Like I have a lot of Dremels,
That's
guys.
true. A whole drawer full in here. Ben Hernandez says, "Thanks, Alan. I'm watching you as I cook dinner. I love this channel even while I'm making something to eat."
Awesome. Hey, you're making something. That's making stuff.
All right, I'm gonna allow this because you censored it, but I'm not gonna say the word. And don't talk smack about other haunts. It says resurrect costumes.
Oh. Yeah. Your goal is not to go there and just complain about other haunts. That's not good for anybody.
I got you, Ms. Name Cherokee 70.
What can I do for you?
Did you glue in those eyes? Did you glue in the other eyes into that one? Did you cut more than one set?
At least I do that one.
Okay. There's another mask up there. Get eyes in that sucker. Stacy can help you
It's true.
with finding things.
Grab it.
With reaching it because Hallie cannot reach that high.
Listen, I know I'm vertically challenged. It's my dad's fault. All his fault.
You already got his eyes cut out.
Very nice.
Boy, I can tell exactly where the positive
And
lead connects onto this because it comes out so much stronger up top than it does at the bottom.
Oh, smartle.
yeah. I'm helping. Jordan Easel says, "I'm working on some fur I dyed."
Wow. You know what? I find fake fur really hard to dye because it's so synthetic. I tried bleaching it once and that did not work at
No,
all.
I imagine that would not.
It laughed at me.
Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, "That thing looks amazing." I feel like in the last couple of years they've made some pretty big strides in commercially available like polyester dye.
Yes.
That used to be really hard to find. Like it wasn't just with the RIT dye stuff, and now it is.
Yeah, it looks like I'm drug dealing over here. That's exactly what this looks like. Sorry, guys.
Edson Jew says, "Hey, did we tell Allie what a great job she did on this sculpt? Great job, kiddo."
Well, when she gets here, I'll tell her next time.
That ain't me.
It's always a little weird when I have someone else sculpt something that I need because, like, I'm a fast sculptor, and
Allie is not.
I feel like they take forever. It's like, oh my gosh, but it's a good product.
Cat Swift says, "Hello all, just home from work and I find you on. What a good surprise."
Hello.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, where is it?
I'm going to add a little bit darker in here.
Will that help?
No.
Yes. I don't know where this little bag of green came from, so I'm just going to mix it in
That's what they always
to
say.
get rid of it.
Yeah, this isn't mine, officer.
This is a terrible. It looks like I'm dealing with drugs. I'm not. I'm just mixing flocking. This is green flocking. It goes on mask. I have to explain. Shannon's parents are going to see this.
Oh, if my mom is watching, she's dying right now. Crip says, "I ran leather dye through an airbrush to dye fur." That's cool.
Oh, leather dye works really well through an airbrush. I use it for dyeing leather. And I did a video a while back on airbrushing fur and getting different tones and such.
Jordan Easel says, "I used acrylic paint and warm water for my fur dye."
Cool. Okay. So more of a stain then.
David Quintana says, "The flocking looks great."
Thanks.
Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, "I'm dying here."
Another thing that you can do, Hallie, is adjust the camera one more time as I work
Which one?
and move around. The one that is marginally the same one you moved last time.
Thank you.
Tripod cam, we'll call it. Even though it's no longer on a tripod.
Yeah. Its name is tripod cam.
Right. Like skip.
So wait,
Kick it up a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Get that center. There you go.
There you go. Okay, watch your left.
Cat Swift says that she's snorting in the background. Jordan Easel says, cheap and simple, but you need to make sure the paint is well mixed or you'll get step spots. Resurrect Costume says, keep giggling, it's really selling the brand.
No one wants this one.
Timework Studio says they call that a salad. David Quintana is cracking up. Miss Native Cherokee 70 says, I'm happy to hear someone else snort laugh. I do that way too much.
Howdy, partner.
Both Stacy and Hallie
That's true.
are known to get to snort face.
Brenda Bodden says, so, today we are flocking fuzzy balls, electric shocking faces, and gluing eyeballs, and enjoying it. So, are we all potential serial killers?
Maybe.
Doug
Oh.
says, Alan doesn't need nugs to get high, he has rubber cement and napkins.
That's look. I've got white balls in there
Oh.
that I did not. I thought I checked this.
Oops.
There we go. It was a little creamier looking.
Yeah, it
than
was
I wanted
a
it to
little
be.
pale, yeah.
God, Lord.
Creative Dude says, if you say anything about where a little bag of green came from out loud in my neighborhood, you'd have a lot of people that would be most happy to take it off your hands. Mimi says, salad made with devil's lettuce.
About like once a year, I find a bag of marijuana while I'm going through the haunted.
Oh my
At
god.
least
Really?
that a customer drops. I hope. And normally I turn it into someone who I know is just going to take it home.
Kalisha F says, don't forget the camels.
It's like, here, take this to Lost and Found. Sure, wink.
I will definitely do that. Yeah, this is the jazz cabbage gibbering mouther.
I did have one person come to the back counter and say that they lost a small baggie of weed.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Very polite.
Yeah, he was like, listen, it'd be great if I got that back. I'm like, well, I bet you ain't.
Here's the thing.
Because now everyone's looking for it. Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
I tell you what, we'll let you walk through with our cop and see if you find it.
Here's a hog. No, that wasn't mine. Mine was larger than that. Yeah. Never say over the radio what you're looking for, what the lost item is. Lots of people are going to be helping you find it.
Jordan Easel says, so does natural fur decay?
Yes-ish. Not that fast, but yes, it does decay. Look at how much greener that is.
Yeah, wow, that is
Here than
much greener.
down here. I'll
Yeah,
have
that
to-
bottom stuff's got little red hairs. I mean, look at it, it's got little bits of brown in the green. I didn't make it.
Stacy.
Alamatra Art says, so between the flocking and the mask, which could be a bud come to life, if you guys start snacking, it's a wrap. You missed us inhaling these lemon bars. Big Dan Tattooer says, hey kids.
Hello.
Hi.
Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, so now I have this new word to use while talking to my husband about my artwork. Quote unquote, flocking balls. This will work in my favor.
Well, at least you don't call them nugs. I've never been so confused or appalled.
Oh no.
How the mine's coming, Hallie? How'd that go?
Ellis Fire is cranking up. Creative Doof says, unless it's a bag filled with usable green, big dollars by the way, then I would toss it. I called it a bag of MJ over the radio at my job and someone was going to the trash cans. Edson Juice says, be back in a bit, gonna get some munchies.
Oh, guys.
We're cracking up David Quintana, we're cracking up Miss Native Cherokee 70. Who said, wink.
How many people are watching the debauchery that is tonight's live?
Tonight's live, currently featuring 28 people.
Good. If we had like 120 on, I would.
We're like, well, alright, it's been a good night, bye guys.
Yeah.
Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, don't find many baggies, but I found one more mini bottle of Fireball. I was going to go Medea at my aunt.
Nice.
Hellwig Hollow Haunted Attraction says, hello, everyone.
Hey! That is Dan McCorson.
Hey, what's up, Dan? Michelle Schulte says, clearly, I picked a great night to see the live.
Well, see, it's not all, I want to say it's not always like this. But there's a lot of nights where it's like
But
this.
some nights it's like this. Creator Do says, fuzzy balls do make a monster prompt look good. Living on the Bluff says, it's variegated.
So there
Alicia
is
says, I see 39. All right.
there is a mask that is by not Be Something Studios, but something like that. Zagone Studios, and it's called like Ultimate Werewolf or something, or Ultimate Beast, and it is sparsely haired, and the back of his head is like, it looks like a scrotum.
Oh yeah, you
It
have
really looks like a scrotum. And we used it outside at Screams, and they had to not use it outside anymore because he just kept getting called ballsack by everybody.
Okay.
That's a little disheartening for an actor, by
So
the
I
way.
refreshed my thing. Now mine says 66. Several people say they're reporting 70 people.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
David Quintana says, I needed a good laugh. Thank you. The snort was a bonus.
And for the record, guys, I'm not packing what you think I'm packing. This is a flocking gun, and I'm putting flocking into the flocking gun.
no.
Yeah, the bowl on that is gigantic.
Man,
Like-
this is all John Denley's fault, because he ordered this. And I'm like, I can flock it, and I didn't know how much this was going to look like weed at the time. I had no idea.
Cobwebs and Candlestick says, cheese face nightingale. And good night to all.
But you gotta break it up. I mean, yeah. There's some similarities. I get you.
Cat Swift says, I show 68.
This is expensive and imported. How's that sound?
Ben Hernandez says, you got a lot of likes here from California, Alan. Good show. Mimi says, I see 70. Ellis Fire says, I really needed that laugh. Brenda Bogman says 70. Tuggy Hillbilly Holmes says, it always gets weird.
We're good at getting weird.
Many hellos to Key Weebs.
Keep weebs!
Dan McCorson says, I'm working tonight on my 20-minute break. Buster Max says, I see 66 watching. Our button that shows the number of people isn't working. So.
And then I'm shaking off the excess. I can throw the excess right back in. Yeah, this is looking good. Go to phone cam. A better picture.
Yeah. And you got that aggressive green up at the top. Cliche F says, I mean, if you did a little twist, you wouldn't have to break down so much. We'll get you one that just goes in the flocking kit.
See, I don't want to lose any length on the fibers.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Tommy W. Holmes says DEA has joined the chat.
Yeah, exactly. This looks so much like. Go back to Pip. This looks so much terrible.
Cliche F says, mind the seeds.
Oh, okay. Yes, I remember now. Seeds.
Oh. Play the Seeds and Stems blues. Where's Ezekiel? He would know that joke. His native Cherokee 70 says, I may well watch others work because I'm not allowed to do much of anything for a while.
Really? What's going on? Hope you're all right.
Brenda Bogman says, that looks crazy good. David Quintana says, looks organic. Yes, it do.
I think organic costs more, right?
Probably.
Yeah, I only have a few patches to do, so I'm gonna spin this puppy around. This is pretty lost.
Castle says, the look on Alan's face. You can see the wheels turning, thinking, should I say it or not?
Oh man, there's so much. There's so much that you don't want to say. You all want me to say, but I shouldn't.
It's okay. We know you're a good noodle. It's okay.
I'm a responsible
You are a
adult.
good noodle. Yes. He is the goodest noodle.
Yeah, like my life has been weird that way. I've never done drugs. Never really drank. Don't even cuss a lot. But I don't know.
Natty Pan says, I'm afraid of black mold, but I'm terrified of your pile of mold with eyes and teeth.
Yeah. We're gonna stain all these teeth too. We'll get the brown wax out in a minute and do that.
Resurrect Costume says, Stacy, have you fully recovered? I have. I'm well and truly mended.
You said you were getting tired easy. Is that still a thing, or is that gone? Or is it the normal amount of getting tired
I think
easy?
it's the normal amount of getting tired. I do not feel quite as weak, for sure. Ken Zarish says, reminds me of Critters.
Oh, okay, a little bit. I can see it.
Dang! The Drake just found out my 7th rib is completely broken, 1 inch apart, for the past 17 months.
That's awesome. What a trooper you are for working on it like that. That's great.
Brenda Bodwin says, what is this creature called?
So this was a gibbering mouther, okay? That's what the monster was. It's kind of a D&D monster, and I wanted to make a mask out of it. I actually want to do a whole kind of suit like this. But it's a gibbering mouther, is what it is.
Resurrect Costume says, yay! Natty Pan says, I love the double iris people.
Yeah, isn't that fun?
Oh no! Tucker with the home says, pulls out brown wax, I await match jokes. We're covering the full spectrum tonight. Yeah, definitely rest up. Let's say the Trinity 70.
So yeah, like YouTube always asks you, like, are you talking about drugs? Like, what's the answer here?
No, not at all.
I guess we're not.
No.
Yeah,
Talking about
I
flocking.
don't think we're talking about flocking.
Bobby Veritek says, fabulous job. Looks like a toxic mutant mask. Now the comment section may be talking about drugs,
Well,
but that's neither here
I
nor
cannot
there.
control the comment. Lord knows I cannot control the comment section.
Oh.
As my buddy Jordan can attest, or 1980,
Oh,
he tends to go a little wild in the comments. Probably safer that he's not here tonight.
So we've spoken his name. We may have summoned him.
Is Cobweb still on?
He's here for a minute.
Are you going to be at Transworld Cobwebs?
His native Cherokee 70 says, I tried working through the pain, but the doc says I'm not allowed to do anything until it's fixed.
Right.
They didn't know my other doc messed up this bad.
Well, you had a doctor break your rib?
Tutworks Studios says, no, I don't flock it no more. David Quintana says, is someone going to wear that mask, or is it for a prop?
This is a prop version. I prefer wearable, but this is going to be a plant monster. See, and that pin just sticks in there. I'm gonna turn it on. And now this is like magnetically,
Yep, sucking it right out of there.
yeah, and I'm not even doing anything really, and it goes right down to it.
Electrostatic charge. His native Cherokee 70 says, that's all I'm really allowed to really say. It was open lung surgery.
Wow,
Dang.
you're so tough. Okay. Ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba.
I guess we don't have a cobweb still.
Resurrect Costume says, I believe Cobweb's plan is to be at Transworld.
He's normally on, and then he has to like go home, drive home or something.
Yeah.
So he goes off, and he's back on in like 45 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, a bigger version would make a great gimbal puppet.
Yeah, I can see that.
Scuba Steve says hello.
Hey, Scuba Steve.
Your eyes no longer have eyes.
Great. Okay. Can you strap that the same way she strapped the other one, and you cut all those straps for her?
I can.
Great.
So that one's already.
Yes.
You can see where that is, so you can make your marks in the same spot,
Yes.
and everything else you need is in the kit.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, adding the bright green in there really helped.
Yeah. Crip says, I would love to install animatronics into that piece.
Yeah, get the little mouths moving and stuff, a couple servos. I agree with you.
That would be pretty cool.
Okay, go to phone cam.
Cat Swift says, I thought Keith said he was making a family trip at a transport.
Stacy did most of the eyes last week, and then Hallie did the rest of them today. I think you did all the painting on this, didn't you?
I did.
Pretty much.
No, she did the painting on the bodies. I drew the eyes in, and she colored them in. And I did all the reds on the eyes as well, the veins.
For simplicity's
Dan McCorson says Keith is going to Transworld. Brenda Bottom says this is a vegetable or plant creature, right?
Yes,
Resurrect
Definitely.
Costume says nice.
definitely vegetable or plant.
Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says maybe after all this is done with, I'll have a big new art studio built, pay off my house, and I can work my butt off.
Hooray!
Tug Hillbilly Homestead says coolness right there.
Well, it's different, and that's one of the things I want to do is I want to take some flocked things to Transworld because
Because they're cool.
you don't see a lot of flocked stuff there, you know. And the elves are actually going to get some flocking on them too, but we have to build their units.
Nice. Yeah. Mimi says, I must leave to do the dishes. Good night, all.
Hooray! Get
Good.
the dishes done. That's character building right there. I will say, I'm super impressed with my little shop heater.
Yeah.
That guy, it stays exactly the temperature it's supposed to in here.
Dan McCorson says, gotta get back to work. Take care, all.
Oh, go back to.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to show them.
Thank you. Miss CV says, Alan, have you seen the latest update from Hollywood Haunter's Grayskull project?
I saw it was like all one color. I saw that. Yes.
Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, haha, flocking the elves. Resurrect Costume says, you seem quieter on this camera.
Oh, well, I don't know. I guess he meant the phone cam. I think we've finally had enough weed jokes. It's no longer causing snickering every 5 minutes.
Yeah. Poke the hole through with the fin. There's a little stabby thing in there.
Oh, is there it?
Yes. It's like I can't jam it through the.
I can't just jam it in.
The struggle is real.
This guy.
Hallie is learning how to strap a mask.
Yes.
And you go corner of the eye, up
Yeah.
an inch and a half. Okay, yeah,
I followed her holes.
got it.
Mrs. CV says, yep,
That's
was
a
the
path to
news.
destruction right
Tech Hillbilly Homestead says, plan on doing a version of the baby doll shelf you did on YouTube a while back. How many cans of great stuff did you use approximately, or do you think the fence post foam poured laying flat would work?
there. It would work. It would be a lot harder to control. So I would honestly go with the great stuff. I think that's a better way to do it because you can get it in and around and between things.
So how many cans do you think you used?
On that project, I remember I used 4.5 cans,
Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, seems louder now. Better.
but it was very large.
Resurrect Costume says, this is one good potato.
Potato! A little bit of green, a little bit of mix.
Just do latex too, or?
I would do the latex first.
Okay.
And then poke the holes through straps.
I don't poke holes through straps. I force the top half through the straps. Like the rivet will go between the strands.
Yeah, I spread it with the fin. Like, I don't want to slice any strands on it, but it's easier to do if you poke a hole through it. Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, okay, thanks.
To us?
For saying how much.
Oh, yeah, cans. Cans.
And check the direction that the elastic is going through. Yeah, there you go.
And then
And then one end through, cap with the short end. And
Don't let the strap twist.
and squish with the pliers.
Hey, Stacy,
Yes, sir.
can you come over here and check out this other head? I just want to make sure that this dried pretty clear. It goes on so white, it always makes me nervous.
Yeah.
Glue's pretty clear.
By and large, like, what's some of the first stuff we put on? Is this side? Some of the first.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty clear. Okay.
Just the thicker spots are taking a while to.
When you're flocking, like mostly what flocking is used for is woodworking. Think about like jewelry boxes on the interior; those are all flocked. If you
The dense, short hair.
had a Panther when you were a child, and the purple cat of Skeletor, he is purple flocked.
My Little Ponies from the 80s were.
Some of them were flocked,
Yeah.
but some of them were just plastic.
Yes. Jordan Easel says, so, you're the boss, Stacy's the seamstress, Shannon is the manager. What's Hallie's role?
She is the bottom shelf specialist
Yep.
because she's our current bottom specialist because she's so tiny.
bottom shelf specialist.
That's right. Oh, I just really stabbed and shocked my hand.
Oh,
Oh, I found that pin under there.
yep, sure did.
Hey, Alan, don't do that.
Thanks. Sure face.
So pretty.
I stabbed myself.
With the stabby shocky.
Yes.
Is that what I'm supposed to do?
Got a little zappy.
Yeah, these can shock you. Like, you know, every now and then. There's units. Like, this is not a super expensive unit. You know, this is maybe a $200 unit. But they have units that are $1,400, all for flocking. And those will shock the snot out of you. And I can't imagine like better flocking than this. Like, this is pretty well flocked.
Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, Hallie's the lead palette seeker, I thought.
Who? Palette seeker?
Shannon says, I'm the cook and laundry girl.
That's right.
I'm the seamstress and suggestion harpy.
Yeah. Okay. Was that an animal screen outside?
No, that was my shoe.
Did one of those?
Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, I've been teaching my friend more about how to do different types of epoxy art. to always think outside the box. Since I can't do it myself, I'll teach it.
Sweet. Nothing wrong with that. I like exposing people to new art. I think it's awesome.
Heck yeah.
I think that, like, the field that I'm in, it's a little competitive as far as, you know, if haunted houses only need so many werewolves, you know, so if there's 12 guys making werewolves, then you better have the best werewolf, you know, or the best idea. And I want everybody to have the same skill set, you know, and then what's going to stand out, you know? Your ideas then stand out in my brain.
Well, and just about everybody who works here is a bit of a professional generalist.
Yeah.
It's the best.
You did it. Good job.
Nice.
Catswitch says, Hallie, do not underestimate the importance of being a bottom shelf person. Us elder folks can still get down to the bottom shelf, but it's hard as hell to get back up.
Right.
I mean, I got knee problems, so I mean, I understand to an extent.
Because Native Cherokee 70 says, yes, it's fun to help others learn the skills.
And skirting the lils. So grab a head form from under this table and put the mask on it over there. You know what? No, put it on the paint table. And I'll set up over there for painting elves here shortly.
Oh,
You know what?
Couple of them.
If one of you guys would take over flocking, then I could go start painting elves now. Wouldn't that be cool?
Have you flocked before? Do you want to flock?
if given a quick tutorial, I could do it.
Okay, I don't want flocking on eyeballs, and I don't want it on inside the mouth. So
You
you
don't put
paint
glue
the
there.
glue, not those places.
Okay.
I make sure I'm loaded with flocking. I stab roughly in the center of my glue area. Then I turn on the machine. Do not touch the pin while the machine is on or it will shock you. And if you watch, it like magnetically attracts it. You know, right there. And then it stands up. And I'm watching my angle here. I'm going to put this in.
Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, speaking of animal screams, I learned recently that a red fox female calling a male is not a pleasing sound. Thought a woman was being murdered one night at 2 a.m.
Good times.
His Native Cherokee 70 says, no two are ever the same either way. My knees are the only things that still work right.
See how it all stands up? Look, it's sucking back up some of it. And you put on more than you need because some's going to fall out. Turn it off. Then pull the pin. And then do a little tumpy tump action. Yes, it looks a lot like marijuana. I can just see it in her face. She's like, that looks just like pot. Yes, yes it does.
While thinking that. and
We've
also-
established this. And then
I'm totally gonna shock myself.
you can, yeah, you are. Gather this up, okay? Because all of this that did not stick is reusable.
Put it back.
And you can unscrew the lid. Unscrew the lid.
His Native Cherokee 70 says, I need to flock pin my spine.
Ah,
Probably
I don't think a hairy spine would help you.
She just wants the shocky.
And now this is ready for you to take over. And the parts that I did not do are the parts that are not hairy, of course.
Oh, wow.
And I'm just dunking this in there and doing the old painty paint. Okay?
David Quintana says, Cheney was the perfect wolf man. He has the look and the ability to make even his smallest moves were right. Even his smallest moves were right. Ross Richard, have you flocked before? Do you want to flock? Want a quick tutorial?
Get out of your flocking mind!
This Native Cherokee 70 says, Alan scooped that up like a pro.
Cameras with you too.
I am going to take a camera with me.
Cool. Brenda Bottom says, I've heard that shake is usable. Thanks for the confirmation. Jordan Easel says, the chat seems a little inactive.
Okay.
Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, love watching Alan teach. Little buddy.
Yeah, we're working again.
What?
Fine, I'll take my drink back too. Fine. You want to trade beverages? Okay.
This has my anxiety stuff in it, so you don't give me a panic attack.
Come on now, I don't give anybody panic attacks.
Not for free.
Right.
Okay. Are you sure you don't want this one too?
Hmm?
You sure you don't want this one?
Yeah, well, they want to see what you're doing.
You got
Look
this.
at me.
You got this.
Oh, it's fuzzy. I don't like that.
Well, don't touch the fuzzy parts.
No.
Because right now some of your fuzzy parts are still probably wet, so just grab it by the teeth.
Stacy, that sentence.
That was in complete earnestness. I'm sorry. Listen.
So grab them by the teeth. Grab them by the teeth, everybody. Just grab them by the teeth.
I mean, listen. Kalisha F says, we were watching and learning.
But what are you learning? That's the real question here. So this is not a new light. It's a light that was stuck in the corner. And I'm like, hey, why am I not using that light?
David Quintana says, bad grammar. I've been flocking.
Oh yeah, watch all that drippiness.
Yeah, yeah.
Just put a little bit on and spread it out.
Resurrect costumes is freezing.
Yeah, phrasing. That
Kalisha
was
F says, you know she didn't like cotton balls, so I knew I wasn't going to like this. That's Kalisha F, the gal who doesn't like cotton balls is my daughter.
yeah. You know what? You guys all blend together. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But I don't like the spider cotton balls.
Yeah, so there you go.
Spider cotton balls? Like spider eggs?
Yes!
Nice.
No!
Noted.
Absolutely. Alan! Remember how I reacted to you giant spider in the other
Yeah.
room?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Jordan Easel says, Stacy, I never. Kalisha
Like-
F says her reaction did not disappoint.
How's that make you feel?
No.
That looks a little bit like an egg, doesn't it?
I
Spider sack.
hate it here.
Spidersack.com.
Her reaction did not disappoint. Tyga Williams says, this poor Hallie gets pulled over on the way home and has flocking on her clothes. It's flocking, officer. Sure it is. Get the dog. Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, we learned. Don't grab it by the fuzzy. Kalisha F says, oh.
Alexa, turn on the air compressor.
Tina Boner says, sorry I'm late. Hi, everyone.
That's right, grab it by the teeth. Yeah. Who's Tina?
Tina.
Hi. Hello.
Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, it's a weird one tonight.
Come on here.
Maybe.
Cat Blue says she should not have said that around Alan. Yep, now he knows.
He been new. He been new.
I knew spiders, but see, spider eggs, that's a different phobia.
Okay, so spider eggs, they're not that bad. I just don't like them.
They just
period.
contain baby spiders.
Yeah,
Which is
see,
the problem.
exactly.
Oh, you guys weren't here one night. Rue stepped on a spider.
Oh, no, I was definitely
Oh,
here
you
that
were
night.
here?
Uh-huh.
And then you watch this little myriad, like all the little baby
Oh,
spiders.
Just explode.
And then I
out
felt
from
bad
under.
because you just killed their mom. So then I killed all of them.
Yeah.
That made it better, I
Yeah.
guess. I didn't want to start a spider orphanage. So I just wiped them out.
So there was this one time at church camp. My grandfather stepped on this huge like tarantula that was running across like between the two cabins that we were hanging out at, and it's pitch black outside, and all I could see is him stepping on a spider, and then like itty bitty
Yeah, just
Mom.
black spreads out.
yeah, oh
Good
god
times.
no.
Mrs. CB says, the little inset picture keeps locking up for me. Anyone else?
I don't know.
Oh, it sounds like you
Jordan Easel says, so the chat just stopped on my end. Shadow Jim 81 says, what's up, Alan?
Hello, Shadow Jim. How are you?
Gregory Haynes says, I left for 20 minutes and then came back and we're still talking about the MJ flocking. Nothing changed.
Well, things changed. Like I finished a whole fuzzy nug face, and then we're working on the second one. And I'm going to take that camera back from Hallie as soon as she gets a section flocked. Because you really want to do like 6 inches or so at a time.
Okay, yeah. I got a segment.
Yeah.
Ready.
And now you flock it. I want to flock it.
Todd Hillbilly Homestead says, in 1980 we're here. I bet there'd be a joke about Easter Bunny and cotton balls.
So is this Jerry? Is this rigged?
What do you mean, is it rigged?
Because you have.
As long as it's not turned on, you're good. So no turn on.
So off, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no light. A light will
light
show up. And you stab that in the middle of the mask, right in the middle of your area.
In the middle of the area or the mask?
The area that you have glued.
Okay.
Ms. Native Cherokee says, poor young lady, she's in trouble now. Alan took a note. Shadow Jim 81 says, what are you making, Alan?
Well, so you're getting my reaction to Hallie flocking the mask. Which
You're not holding the camera. Or no, you are.
I'm in there enough. Yeah. Got it by the teeth.
Kalisha F says, ew. Kalisha F says, mass homicide at church camp. Lord
Inside,
forgive.
don't touch the pin. Because that will shock you.
Ooh, okay, we're.
Just know where the pin is, because you stabbed it in there.
I love it.
Don't let it fall on the table! The cord is only so long.
Give me anxiety, Alan.
Well, give me something that's flocked, okay?
Okay,
Then I won't give you anxiety. I want that camera, but I'm not going to take it until you flock that thing.
Ms. Native Cherokee says, looks fine on my end. Shadow Jim says, good.
And shake.
Thank you.
Shake.
There you go. You're doing it.
Hey,
Look at
Alan,
you.
I'm flocking. Now take the camera.
You are. You are flocking.
Resurrect Costume says, freezing.
Flock the night away.
Ms. Native Cherokee says, I'm not going to say what I wanted to say.
Thank you.
Okay, this isn't as bad as I thought it was.
Warmonger says, what the flock is going on tonight? Danny?
Alan! Pops!
Daniel Burton says, hello everyone. We're cracking up Kalisha F. Ms. Native Cherokee says, D says, training. Gotta love it.
Listen.
Just lost this camera.
Oh no, dang it.
But
Do we need to start doing that thing where you tie it around itself?
I can fix it real quick.
Hey, we didn't lose too much on cords, okay?
Kalisha F says, but we can't see you. Tuck Hillbilly Home says, shake it like a Polaroid picture.
Go to room cam. You can't go to room cam
I cannot
while I
go to
fix
room
this
cam.
because I have to fix this.
Hold, please.
I'm gonna go here. So you guys can hear us, but you cannot see us. I know that it has stopped for a moment.
Cracking up Shadow Jam 81. Mrs. CB says, gotta run. Thanks so much for all the laughs.
Hooray!
We are reinstating a camera that got unplugged
Yes, we're
real
fixing
quick.
a camera.
Bear with us. Kelly Chef says, we couldn't see Hallie flock. She went off cam.
Oh no,
Tragedy.
Well, you saw her start flocking.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I freaked out for no reason. I will admit.
Yeah. Sometimes maybe your anxiety is completely unwarranted.
Alan Hops. I know.
His name
don't call me
Cherokee
out,
70
Nick.
says, I'm waiting. Brendan Bodwin says we should be listening to Mr. Tambourine Man and we'll be getting folked up while the mask is getting flocked up.
Okay, you should be good, and I think we're live again. It's just not moving now because.
Alright, we're on room cam.
Okay.
Shadow Jim says, sing it, Mrs. Hops. Not Miss Hops.
Right. That's Stacy.
I'm the Stacy.
Stacy is not the wife.
Hashtag not wife.
The wife is wise. Go to Pip. Let's make sure Pip is working. Okay.
And we're pipped.
Yeah, we're pipped, but no one's on
No
camera.
one's on the pips. David Quintana says, from flocking to a caulking gun. Resurrect Costume says, potty break. Ken Zarish is hopping off, fam. Have a good night.
Good night.
Oh, Kalisha F says, we saw the pin go in and a timid lift. And then we lost.
Oh.
Aww.
Hashtag timidlift.com.
Louise Searby says, morning, creepers. Good morning, Louise.
Moaning.
Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, yeah, you're back.
We fix. I've learned how to fix that now, so it's still terrible when it happens, but at least we know how to fix it.
Cracking up Shadow Jim 81. Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, I love how she yelled out, Alan Hops! Her inner mom came out.
Well, because she's very worried about getting shocked. Like, yeah, it was good times. Remember that time I had glasses?
Sure do, they're right here. Would you like them?
Yeah.
There you go. What's our color scheme going to be on these dark elves?
It's kind of a black and white, but you know he calls them spore elves.
Spore elves.
Because they have the fungus in them
Ooh.
that like breaks out of their body branches. So
they have the fungus among us.
once I get it painted, then I'll do a buildup of backer rod, and then we'll flock the backer rod.
Nice.
Yeah, and that'll be the little tendrils of
spore.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Spore mossiness.
Spore mossiness.
And that'll let me use up some of the yellow flocking I have, I think.
Mike's Haunted Woodwork says, "What's up, Pops?"
Hey, what's up, buddy? Oh my goodness. I haven't seen you on in forever. He's one of the people that the whole COVID thing
Yeah, man. He's
keeps
been
keeping you busy.
working hard. David Quintana says, "That's different."
So yeah, it is different. I think it's kind of genius. I love it. And we're doing some fungusy things.
Yeah, we are.
Anyway, one of the movies that I remember a lot as a kid was Attack of the Mushroom People.
Ooh.
It was made by Toho Studios, but it didn't have a giant monster in it. It had all these mushroom men in it.
Creepy.
It's really cool, and like things would get moldy and fuzzy real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, "I wanted to say today was a very rough day in our household. I needed these labs more than you know. Thanks."
Well, we're glad to provide.
Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, "Very cool looking." We're glad you're here with us, Tug Hillbilly Homestead.
This is this part of the sculpture is based off of the elves from Thor: Dark World.
Shadow Jim 81 says, "Nice shirt, Alan."
Thanks. I wear pumpkin shirts a lot.
Do you?
I do.
Didn't
I
notice.
do. Yes. I think that was sarcasm from the little girl in the corner.
Say can it, Fat Pumpkin Thunder.
Fat Pumpkin Thunder.
Yeah. Mike's Haunted Woodworks has been working like a dog.
I hate it.
Kalisha F says, "Looks like Zoom from The Flash."
A bit.
David Quintana says, "It was a creepy movie, yes." Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, "Carl!" Carl's not allowed in the house.
Yeah, we don't let Carl in here. I don't even let him in the shop. Who knows what we'll do.
Brenda Bodwin says, "Mushroom Men. I picture Oompa Loompas in a different costume."
No, it was an Attack of the Mushroom People, and it was, it's one of those movies that I was 8 years old and stayed up all night watching.
Kalisha F says, "Pumpkin Thunder."
So, one night we were having some kind of an event at dark hour, and they said, I was working on something, and they said, "Hey, we're going to need you over here." I said, "Listen, when you're ready for me, you call me on the radio, and I will come running like Fat Pumpkin Thunder." And apparently those words were more iconic than I had anticipated.
Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, "Pumpkin pants, shirts. I admire a man in a pumpkin."
You know what? I'm not afraid to be me.
Aggressively.
Yeah.
Might as well. It's a lot easier than being somebody else.
True.
So this has to dry before I can dry brush that color on there. You got a heat gun?
Right behind you. First, there you go. You used your
All right, all
eyes.
cameras on Hallie. Everybody in the comments spell her name wrong. Thanks. Appreciate that.
Cracking up Brenda Bottom with Fat Pumpkin Thunder. David Quintana says Project Terror was the show in San Antonio.
We had Zachary and I had Count Gore Duvall. Count Gore Duvall was my local horror host.
Tug Hillbilly Home says that sounds like a great drag character name. Coming to the stage, Pumpkin Thunder! Miss Native Cherokee 70 says, I understand having a unique style. I wear mainly Halloween printed clothing almost every day.
Nothing wrong with that.
Ben Hernandez says, I admire people comfortable in their own skin, even if it's a pumpkin shirt. You got my respect, Alan.
A lot of folks who are pumpkin shaped may not wear pumpkin shirts, but that's what I got.
Body Geek says, howdy.
Hey, Body Geeks.
Welcome back.
I've got to move that camera to the other sides because,
Yerp.
yeah, I can't see what's going on. How do we ever do this with like one monitor?
It was rough. we did this with no monitor for a long time, just your phone.
Yeah, it was on the phone.
Miss Native Cherokee says, Alan is tough. Tug Hillbilly Home says, I'm loving this mask more and more every time I see it.
You know what? I'm not tough. I'm happy. And happiness is the best armor around. It really is. I think that because I'm just happy with what I do every day and who I'm with every day, I think it's the best armor that you can have. So, yeah.
Natty Pan says, I'm comfortable in my own skin as well as other people's skin.
That's right. The old Buffalo Bill action happening over there.
It puts the lotion in the basket.
This person is alarming.
Ben Hernandez says, Alan, do you clean your airbrush with distilled water in between switching colors?
Haha, that's my secret. I've never cleaned my airbrush. No, I don't clean the airbrush. I just let it. And then when it chunks up too bad, then I just clean it.
Wait,
Body Geek says, if that's the one that I cut, did you check that I rounded the mouth slit?
You did not, but I fixed it after you told me to check out the mouth slit on it.
Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, that's tough. Same thing.
There you go.
Yeah, I think it's tough to maintain happiness in a state of things when it's hard to be happy all the time.
It can be. I mean, there are, of course, people who don't have control over their emotions.
Sure.
But for the most part, you could control your emotions. And a lot of what makes things worse than they need to be is how you react to it.
Tucker Hillbilly Homestead says, is this available on the site already as a blank? And if so, what is it named?
It's not on there yet. I'm going to have to talk to my interwebs website developer person, my wife, and I don't think she's taken a picture of it yet.
Janet Burton says, I need happy. Lots of happy.
Yeah, but and if you can work on being happy, like what makes you happy? Do that. Do more of that. And I look at my day as a collection of moments. Can I make this a happy moment? How do I do that? Okay, great. collect enough happy moments, it's a pretty darn good day.
Crift says, happiness to me is a clean airbrush.
There you go. Yeah, see, I'm not that way.
Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, it ain't easy, so laughing and being happy is most important.
My airbrush gives a lot of people anxiety. But it just keeps working, you know. That's why I like this airbrush. It's a workhorse.
Laura Zulu says, happiness makes everything doable.
And I think that happy is the new rich.
Oh, for sure.
Everybody wanted to be rich, you know.
Yeah.
And that was the goal that you reach towards.
Yeah.
But this whole great resignation and all that, I think happiness is the new goal.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Thank goodness I'm in a field that a lot of people are happy to be doing, you know. And it's going to be a trade-off, you know. I spent a long time very poor because I was doing what I wanted to do. That was my trade-off.
Yeah.
I didn't have to do a lot of crap I didn't want to do. I got to do what I wanted to do, but I was poor doing it. But I did it long enough, and you get good enough, then money comes, you know.
Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, smile and laugh through the pain, yo. That's what I do.
That's also good.
Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, this paint gives me the vibe of Corey Taylor's new mask in Slipknot. I see this as a very versatile mask, but with different paints.
Yes, and I'm about to do some airbrush on it, and that will, but I did a very chunky, dingy job on it, you know. I didn't want it crisp, because I know what's going to happen to it next.
Is he getting black up under his chin?
Yes.
Under his wee chin and chin chin?
I'll go ahead and do that.
Ms. Native Cherokee 70 says, yes, same, Alan.
And you know what? If everybody does what they want, then yes, we're going to have some jobs that people don't do. Well, then to get people to do those jobs,
You have to pay more.
you'll pay more.
Huh.
Yeah.
Funny how that works. Mike's Haunted Woodwork says, if you have trauma, don't go to therapy. Drink every day. Be a man.
Yeah.
Or, you know, go to therapy. It's good stuff.
I've never been, but
It's worth it. Mike's Haunted Woodwork says, it's a joke. I have a dark sense of humor. Mike, I know.
He does.
We've met.
Okay.
Mike and I get in trouble every time he comes to Dark Hour because it immediately turns into a race to the bottom in terms of blue jokes. Ben Hernandez says, I appreciate this channel sharing good vibes and positivity. I think I speak for everyone here that you're doing a good thing to bring a smile to people's faces, and we encourage each other.
That's what it ought to be about, in my opinion.
Thanks, Ben. Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, don't sweat the small stuff because it'll work out in the end. Always has been my theory. Don't sweat the petty stuff. Don't cut the sweaty stuff.
I think you're missing out on a lot of opportunities.
Cut the sweaty stuff. David Quintana says, we can only pray for a better world, but I think we all want the same things. Mike Hunter Woodward says that comment was for the peanut gallery. Fair enough, Mike. Fair enough.
Mike's sense of humor is so dark. He's a Carl fan.
True. Brenda Bottom says therapy with a therapist, which spells the rapist. No, I'm good. All right, Sean Connery.
Yeah, someone didn't think that through.
Mike Tom Lillard says yes, and our conversations are some of the best parts of my Dark Hour trips.
did he come out this season?
Yeah, sure did.
When? What was he?
He just came through. He
Oh,
came through the show.
through.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
You have a better technique than I do at sorting the flocking.
What? What did you say?
Said you have a better technique than I do at sorting the flocking.
Okay.
Your under bag tapping. I'm like, I never went under the bag. That's pretty smart.
Miss Native Cherokee 70 says, looks like Alan should do my makeup daily.
Okay, so there we go. Look at that.
That was pretty good, actually.
Paul Bennett says, hello, sorry I'm late.
Hello, Paul Bennett.
Howdy.
I too am sorry you were late.
Horror Beauty says, feels like I'm at another Slipknot concert.
I have to, I guess, look at his mask. I haven't seen that one.
It kind of looks like that, like a little bit, but not a whole lot, but like a little bit.
Ben Hernandez says, as simple as that dark elf is, it's very creepy looking. I love it. Brenda Bodwin says, why is this mask so sad? He's crying?
Yeah, just part of that design.
Louise Searby says, I get really anxious about how people are towards me to stop me being the happy person I can be.
Well, quit it. There, I helped. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there are some people who cannot control it, but do everything you can to control it.
Honey does that with me. But just stop worrying. Oh, well that fixed it. Thanks.
Yep, all better now.
Yeah, as it turns out, I'm no longer worried. Good job, honey.
Who needs therapy?
Have you tried just not being sad anymore? Like, oh, yeah.
See, what's funny is, for people, I don't know the right way to say this. People without mental illness, like if you have no problem controlling it, then it is that.
It's just like that you just stop worrying about that?
Yes, that makes perfect sense to us.
That must be nice.
Yeah.
I think one of the reasons why I broke up with my ex-fiance is because he would always say, just stop being so sad all the time. I'm
Like, sweet, I'll let my depression know.
Yeah. And then it just got aggressively worse.
Yeah, Horror Beauty, you got here on a fun night.
Okay, that's better. Now let's do some build-em-ups.
Build up the build.
Build them up, buttercup.
Felicia F says those are the real psychos, folks that think it's that easy.
Put me in that category.
Build me up, buttercup baby, just let me down. Mess me around in the worst of all. Never call baby when you say you will.
Okay, I'm trying to find the drawer that has
Which one?
backer rod.
Is it this guy over here?
Oh, it probably is.
Horror Beauty says, yeah, I like fun. Whee!
Whee!
I think there's some more backer rod that's in the other room with the... Oh no.
Sorry, everybody. Go to room cam.
Tina Butter says, I thought you said build a butt.
I've been building one for years. I did a good job.
Louis Service says, Pip's only showing the top of Ellen's head. Well, yeah, we switched it off. You got kicked up a little bit. There you go. Body Geek says, I'm in that category as well. I just decide what mood I'm going to be in and make it so. Gosh. I can barely do that with a lot of chemical assistance.
Okay, I have to look at. Yeah, I guess go to room. You're on room
I
cam.
am on room cam.
And you talk to and amuse them. I have to pull up a reference or two.
Okay. Cliche says, I'm starting my journey to the psycho side. Step 1, don't tell people that I care, even though I still do. Yeah, that's a hard one. Janet Burton says, working on getting myself up more. My dumb butt fell. I got an egg-sized knot on my head, which freaked out the doc. I'm fine, but I actually broke my butt bone. Worst thing ever.
Wow. I'm sorry about your
Yeah.
coccyx.
Yeah, a lot of people injuring that recently. A friend of mine fell down the stairs in her brand new big fuzzy slippers she got for Christmas. Broke her butt.
Did I tell you I blew up my knee?
That for Christmas?
No, like 2 weeks ago or a week ago.
No, what happened?
I was trying to hang a curtain. In my
Oh,
room.
you did tell me.
Yeah.
Fell
Okay.
off the ladder?
Yeah, broke my little step ladder, blew my knee out. It was great.
Oh no, tragedy.
Awesome.
So let's see what big creative adventures have been going on. So I guess we're getting started on Transworld prep. Adventure excitement, all that jazz. We're still waiting to hear back from the gal at the hotel on the Creepers meetup, but we're
And
getting.
remind me tomorrow, because
Yeah.
I can call Jen at Transworld, and
Uh-huh.
maybe she can get us a better rate.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because we haven't locked that down yet. David Quintana says, "Careful with that backer rod, Alan."
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, we're gonna get a room for a meet and greet, and should have chairs this time. Last time it was at a premium. Had to fight for the
We
chairs.
have to steal chairs from others.
Steal chairs from other places. See about having.
Wait, does that mean I'm part of it?
Yeah, you guys can. If you're gonna be a trans, we'll come and meet the Still Beast Tally.
They can show up and call you the wrong name.
That's right.
Awesome.
And assume that you're Stacy's daughter. It'll be awesome.
Was it Jennifer Pugh last year that was like, "Oh my God, you're so tall! I had no idea you were this tall." I'm like, I guess I'm usually sitting down. Like,
Yeah.
So
We're not like
reading
next to
comics.
each other a lot either.
that's true. Creative Goof says I had to take a call, so thanks for being out or being on. Brenda Bob says I'm happy 99.5% of the time, mostly because I truly do not care what others think of me, the things I say, do, or say. Yeah, that's helpful.
Yeah. Again, it's an acquired skill though.
True. We gotta work on that. Let's see. Other big exciting things happening. Working on my costume stuff for Monster Museum.
Yeah? You
Yeah.
making some upgrades?
Making some upgrades. I purchased a new like leather bodice thing at fair this last year.
Yes.
And it came in. It looks great. Kalisha says, hey, I'm sorry for the mix-up with Gray. That's okay. There's a lot of adorable small.
And there's a lot of moving faces, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, so I figured do some upgrades on that. I'm slowly coercing Hallie into maybe doing the same. Just saying, we could always use more monster hunters.
I mean, I don't know how good I would be being 4 to 11.
That's going to be well, see, you could be the tunnel rat. You go in the Goblin Warrens after her.
Oh my god, that'd be a fun costume too. Ooh.
Easy. Easy.
Hey, listen, I'm here. I'm
Hey.
here for it. I'm about it. Let's make it happen. Glacier F says, great. It's with an A. I can't remember. I've been gone a while. I blame my Betty White grief. Yeah. Happy birthday to Betty White. Mike's Hollywood Work says the closed captions are magical. I don't know what they're saying.
They're always so wrong.
Does make me feel slightly better for my former compatriots in the captioning industry.
I'm just prepping a lot of these like facial tubies.
Totally tubular.
Are you flocked yet or what? Looks good.
Wow. Right when you asked.
It's all a nice dark green too. Go ahead and put the extras back in the can.
I can.
Actually, back in the bag.
Ben Hernandez says, what's the picture on your shirt above the word thick? Sorry, I'm watching this from my phone. It's 3 like monster lady faces. It's a band from Brooklyn, and they're awesome.
So you actually want it back in the bag?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if you made that.
No, don't waste flocking. That stuff's expensive.
Fiber gold there. Creative Juice says, well, yeah, what are the tubies?
So
Flip it around, show a reference.
the word is
Tubules? Tubular? Totally tubular, dude.
no, it's cordyceps. Cordyceps. Cordyceps fungus, and it attacks insects, and then they go. It makes them walk to a high spot, and then they die, and then the fungus busts out of them, and its spores go in the wind.
Isn't that like the thing from The Last of Us? That's the like virus.
I believe it's very similar to that. Yes.
Ben Hernandez says, cool. Yeah, I thought so.
I haven't had a chance to play The Last of Us, but I hear it's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Kalisha F says, make sure it's on your shirt, Ellie.
Huh?
Make sure it's not on your shirt.
They're worried about you getting frisked and searched for drugs.
Oh.
Well, I'm driving on the way home, so we should be fine. I drive like a grandma.
She does drive like a grandma. That is absolutely true.
I drive like I have kids in the car, even when I don't have kids in the car.
I'm like, come on, Stacy, it's 70 through here. You're going 50.
I'm like,
She's
it's
like,
55.
the speed limit is 50. And then I check. I'm like, oh, you're right. Ah.
But I would still like you to go
Yeah,
70.
but still go 70.
I'm like, fine. You're paying for the ticket if I get pulled over. That said, though, knock on wood.
Yeah.
Kalisha F says, so they die with a view.
Yes, they die with a nice view. But then the wind takes the spore of the fungus and carries it to other places.
Spreads it around. What are you going to do for the little caps?
I'm not going to do them. I'm just gonna flock these. Yeah.
Hey, Alan.
What? I mean, yes.
Alan Hobbs. What about the cream flavor underneath?
No, if it's on the bag, save it. If it's on the table, it's gone.
Okay.
Creative Juice says, I heard about parasitic fungi. That's crazy they exist. It's a bad day for the bugs, too.
Yes. And it affects a lot of different bugs. Bees, ants, moths.
Yeah, those are deeply unsettling.
Yeah. And like, it has evolved to grow into their brain and make them do stuff.
Yep.
That's nutty.
Brenda Bodwin says, oh, where'd you find the baby pool noodles?
This is backer rod.
A mommy pool noodle and a daddy pool noodle. Love you
Stacy,
very much.
Stacy, that was earlier in the program. We're not talking
You
about
found a big nest.
we're not talking about nugs anymore. This is the nug-free portion of the podcast.
You should do a podcast.
I'm actually working on a
You wanna make a
podcast.
podcast?
I have several episodes already,
Yeah,
but I want to have 6 before I launch.
sure. What is your podcast? That's the World Needs More Monsters?
No, Better Living Through
Better
Monsters.
Living Through Monsters.
Yeah. Because monsters have made my life awesome. If there's any way that can happen for other people, then I want it to.
I like it.
Hey, what about these funny little white balls?
What's that?
What about these?
You can throw them in the garbage or put them in your pocket.
Absolutely not. So I'm gonna rubbish.
Creative Juice says, but I thought the tubies were what Alan was working on because they're like tubes.
These are like tubes.
Al Machar says, baby noodle flocking. Hit that thumbs up.
No.
Horror Beauty says, beware of the nuzz. Yeah, Horror Beauty, if you, after we get done here tonight, run it back and watch the first hour.
You don't have to. You don't have to do that. You don't need that in your life.
Oh, but they do. No, definitely.
All right. So now I'm going to contact the mint. know if the camera's lined up well or not.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of hoping. This stuff
They
is
can do
so lightweight, and it's polyethylene foam that just static will make it stick to you.
Yarp.
So sometimes they're hard to put down because they want to stick to your hands.
Ben Hernandez says, I bought those porcelain knives ever since you mentioned that they were the best to cut with. They were in the clearance section. I grabbed the last two. They cut just like butter.
They are ridiculous, and I haven't had to sharpen one yet. I stocked up. I have like 10 of them in the drawer now. And if I don't ever need to sharpen them, then that should do me for a while.
Yeah. Horror Beauty says, I'll be watching the replay again and again.
Oh.
Alice Fire says, yes, do it.
No. What have you done wrong?
So many things.
Aside from life choices.
These are the choices of our lives. Creative Noob says it was a wild hour.
With lots of references that I just did not get.
It's okay. 2 out of the 3 here get it.
Alan's like, well, it's been a good run, Stacey. Bye. Cat Swift says, watching Alan's face and hearing the snorting is well worth it. Good belly laughs.
I'm glad I'm here for like comedic relief.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's good to know your role.
That's what you do
Yep.
in the shop. Creative relief.
I'm a bottom shelf specialist and comedic relief. That's all I am. Speaking of, what can I do next?
You can put all that flocky stuff back in the big box from whence it
Yeah,
came.
yeah. Put the flocking kit back together.
It's in this guy right there.
Yeah.
Okay, look at that.
And yeah, that's a good start.
Hopefully, definitely.
Then I want you to go in there and grab a 2 foot by 2 foot piece of EVA foam.
Hold on.
Don't encourage her.
Brendan Bottom is learning a lot tonight. Oh, I'm not going to read it out loud, but for the record, everyone in the shop has read that comment. Larry Hughes says Harbor Freight was sold out of the knives at the one I stopped at. Oh. Run your hand up to that tripod cam. You're a little out of focus. There you go. Mo better.
Did I fix?
Yep. Looks good. Horror Beauty says encourage her.
Okay, Alan, what do you want?
Oh, I was actually. Time is it?
It is 9:38.
Yeah, I'm gonna flock these tonight.
All right.
So
Get the flocking back out.
Just kidding.
get that flocking kit back out.
What color?
Load it with. I don't think I have a lot of colors, so load it with white.
Dan
Then I
Eric
can-
says, oh my god, Baccarat has become my enemy. I still have 2 rolls of the 4 I got to make vines. I seriously have to make Alan crazy over it. Alan, your thin contact cement method saved my sanity. Thanks.
Yeah, that's a good way to go as far as that.
You got it. Raw white.
Make sure it's clear of green before you put the white in there.
Thank you.
Cat Swift says the ladies are truly big snorters. With Alan playing with his green flocking and then snorting, it made for strange captions.
I was working with my green flocking.
Do you want a fresh bag?
I don't think we need a fresh bag. Do you need a fresh bag?
Flip it over.
Well, yeah.
That's like having a fresh bag.
I mean... Horror Beauty says, can you paint flocking?
Yes. I'm probably going to airbrush a color onto this batch.
Leonard Cook says, Stacey, you sure are a happy person. Great laugh. Thank you, Leonard.
You want fresh
I
bag.
do my best.
Huh?
Fresh brushes.
Fresh brushes.
Okay. Horror Beauty says, I know they have different colors.
They do. Yeah. They do.
I can touch this when it's not on, right?
Yes.
Okay.
No. Instant death. Someone my size could absorb the shock, but you'll just fry right there in your shoes.
Mike's Haunted Woodwork says, I said the same thing about my underwear. Wait, what?
I don't want to know what he's referring to. Please don't explain.
Cat Swift says, he was playing with it, adding colors, crumbling it, truly enjoying it. Maybe a bit too much.
Hey, those fuzzy balls needed broken down. When
Just
they
a
ball
little
up
twist.
like that, not much you can do with them.
Mike's Haunted Woodwork says, flip them over once in an emergency. These are the jokes.
Did we pay for better jokes?
No. No, we didn't.
These are the economy jokes?
These are the economy jokes.
Oh, okay.
You definitely want to pay market rate because that's not discount jokes.
So look up the cordyceps insects, and you'll kind of see what I'm doing here then.
Horror Beauty says he's painting his underwear.
I've actually done that. I had fair pants that I ripped the crotch out of
Oh no, so you just painted her. Oh god.
because I was wearing like bright teal underwear,
Oh god.
and it showed up a lot.
Yeah, I bet.
So I just spray painted the underwear brown. For the record, after you spray paint your underwear brown, warn your wife before you just throw it in the laundry. Assumptions were made.
I can imagine.
Horror Beauty says, and these are the people, Stacey. Yep. Brenda Bodwin's, thank you so much to this $5 in Super Chat. She says, AliXA, what does rubbing your nose mean?
I'll ask. I'm not scared. Alexa, what does it mean to rub your nubs?
I don't have an answer for that.
Thank goodness.
Horror Beauty said, no, Alan. Oh, God. I thought you meant the underwear in Carl's that were, at least I hope to God.
Oh, we did those too. Yeah, those were definitely painted, and we might have also tinted some silicone.
Oh, God.
You know what? Here's what's funny. Like, if you give someone the job to, hey, take these underwear and dirty them up so you can hang them up over here, they get way more into it than they need to get into it.
Sure.
Like, that's a job that they want.
BRO says, hey, Alan and crew, what a combo to come into.
Sorry, guys.
Billy Jeff says, don't spray paint while wearing. Shannon says, true story. Hashtag, this is my life.
Yeah. It's not
Creative
easy being
Goof
Mrs.
says,
Hobbs.
yes, let AliXA destroy itself trying to figure that out. We're cracking up Brenda Bodwin.
I do think this is going to look pretty cool.
Yeah, he looks cool. Shannon says he absolutely was wearing the underwear when he had a friend spray paint them.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you do that?
Oh boy. I could just see that. Were you upstairs in the back?
Maybe.
Shannon says, greetings, comrades.
Are you loaded with white?
I'm loading right now.
Loaded. Like loaded to the max.
I'm loading it right now.
Load it up.
I'm ripping the balls up, right?
Everybody needs a hobby. Hit room cam as I have walked away.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm doing. Why did I come over here? Oh yeah.
Clear.
We're gonna change adhesives.com.
Tina Boner says it's worse that someone else painted them while he was wearing them.
I couldn't paint. I'm not flexible enough to paint my own crotch.
Felicia says, reminds me of the TikTok guy who covered himself in silver glitter, sprayed adhesive on his underwear to get the glitter to stick while wearing them.
Yeah, I think that might burn a little.
Just a little bit.
Those are some soft bits. You don't want spray adhesive on your soft bits.
Cat Swift says, Shannon, the best part is that you probably were not surprised, just took it in stride. Cracking up Ben Hernandez. Taco Billy Homestead says, dirtying up a brand new toilet was one of my favorite props. My goal was to make the owner say that's too far.
Yeah. See, people get excited about that kind of stuff.
Brenda Bodwin says, spray painted undies probably shouldn't go to the wash.
Well, they were dirty. Yeah. Shannon has had to, like, her laundry adventures has been mightier than most.
She says, hashtag being Mrs. Hops is not for sissies.
Having to explain, like, the first pair of shorts covered in silicone. It's like, listen, here's what this is. No need to be alarmed.
Gilly Chef says he had a difficult time removing them, to say the least. Resurrect Costume says, why into the laundry and not the trash?
They were still good, they just were different colors. And what if I wanted to wear those underwear with those pants again?
Vro says, who's ripping the balls off and why?
Hallie, you can see her in the very corner of the cam. She is ripping up, what happened?
What happened
Little
was...
raw white balls.
Oh, no. Brenda Bottom says, I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall when your wifey found those in the laundry.
So, go to phone cam.
There you go.
The flocking tends to clump up like this. And I think it's mostly due to static. So, in order for it to come out easy, Hallie is going in, and you can see it. You know, she's just having to rip the balls up. And what's the name of that type of flocking?
It says in the bag.
Say it out loud. What does it say? What does it say?
Raw white.
Oh yeah, okay, this is raw, so right now she's working with raw white balls. Earlier we had green balls. But these raw white balls are what we're going to apply to there after we break them up. How are you doing? How full are we? You are slow. Give me that.
Horror Beauty
You're
says,
killing me, Smalls.
I don't think the channel would
This
be
is
too
how much she
surprised.
has done. She's been working on this for 5 minutes.
Those are some finely
I
shredded
was
balls.
cleaning it.
Horror Beauty says, I don't think Shannon would be too surprised at what he does at this point. Creative Dude said, this has been a fun stream tonight.
Yeah, see, now I get a pass on a lot of stuff because, mostly she doesn't even ask questions anymore.
Horror Beauty says, she is the ball ripper. Killy Chef says, breaking down white balls now. Vro says, ooh, snowballs for a later project. Cool.
If you shake it, the big balls rise to the top, and then you can break up the biggest balls.
Vro says, thanks, Alan. Tuck Hillbilly Homestead says, poor bunnies. I thought rabbits were bad, but the balls are lucky too. Killy Chef says, oh, she's snorting hard now.
That's why some bunnies only hop in circles to the left. They were previous donors.
Rose says snorts, my favorite sound. Creative Duke says, I bet there's an angry snowman out there somewhere. Horror Beauty says, hey, there's all kind of balls and raw of all kinds.
And now let's do Pip, please.
Yep. Cat Swift says, ball ripper is better than ball breaker. Red Bob says she's busted only raw white balls now. Gotcha.
What's the difference?
Unclear. Paul Bennett says, creative little snowman. Poor them. They're missing balls. Leonard Cook says, love the snorts.
Thank you. I made them myself.
I'm making this.
What do you make for the shop, Hallie? Snorts. Oh, give myself a headache.
I'm sorry. What's coming back?
Oh, no. Fro says ball busters.
The
Yeah,
fumes may not be helping.
probably
There's
not.
fumes. I can't smell anymore.
Well, only over there. Do you want me to turn the
No.
the burner?
I find these fumes pleasing.
Noted.
There we go.
Hey, Hallie, will you check the paint containers there and see which ones are more than half empty?
For Stan.
For Stan.
Stan the man.
For Stan the man.
Polyethylene foam doesn't want to conduct the crud.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't carry a charge very well. And
I think it might be easier to count which ones are more than half full. Like,
Yeah. Okay, so that one's good, that one's good.
Fro says, "Oh my God, I just paid to come down and sit in on a few sessions."
So these three are good. The
Black,
rest of them?
black, white, and goblin flesh, and everything else is low.
Yeah.
Got it.
okay, that's gonna work, but not with the Gorilla Glue spray adhesive. I'm going to Super 77. It's tackier.
Do you need the man station?
I got it. Okay, cool.
I don't have Super 77.
Yeah.
Hey,
let's do it.
Hallie.
No. Yeah. What's that?
Never mind, I got this. I think this stuff will work.
What? Were you gonna test it on like my hair or something?
No, I wasn't going to test it. I was going to go out to the back porch. There's a full can of Super 77 back there.
It's expired.
Todd Hillbilly Homestead says, "Love the smell of propellant in the morning."
Yeah.
Good night, Patricia Hogarty.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh, Al, you didn't want any of these, right?
What? You having round 2 of lemon bars? No, I don't.
Because I'm halfway into eating it. Sorry. Bro says balls need ball glue, silly.
Hallie, can you come fix this tripod cam?
Up.
Well, look at the screen and aim the camera so it has a good view of the action.
There you go. Hot flocking action.
It's actually not that bad. I was pretty sure this isn't.
Yeah.
That looks nice and moldy.
Mm-hmm.
So nice and moldy.
Yum. Those are so good.
Mm-hmm.
Cody Chef says munchies, byproduct from the earlier sticky green stuff.
Maybe.
Thank you, Shannon.
Yeah. Cracking up Tug Hillbilly Homestead. How are you on the beverage?
I think I'm good.
Hallie, need anything?
What do we got?
Water, Sprite, Coke Zero, regular Coke, Dr. Pepper, Diet Coke.
May I have a Sprite?
Would you reload me with white balls?
Absolutely. Give me 2 shakes of wings. Don't get me dry.
I'm flocking up my nose.
No. You should pluck it more often.
I'll make it work.
There you are.
Gracias.
This was, let's see, Thick, the band we saw open for Flogging Molly.
Oh, speaking of bands, man, I gotta get my tickets for Ghost still.
Yeah.
That's next month.
Listen, we're literally bailing on a concert that was supposed to be this Friday, because
So, yeah.
COVID is still a thing.
See, I really want to get the tickets. Like, pit tickets are $150 on StubHub.
Yikes on bikes.
And then there's like a $50 like fee.
Of course,
at least.
$200 for pit tickets. That's too much.
I know. And like, I love Ghost and I love Twin Temple, but I kind of want to fly elsewhere to get pit tickets.
Yeah.
Because I have airfare. I need
There you
it
go.
by March.
Where are you going?
I don't know yet.
What?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
There's a concert next month that I'm trying to go to, but I don't want to spend $200.
What's the band?
Ghost.
Okay. They're a masked band, aren't they?
Yes. The lead
makeup
singer,
band.
he wears a
He looks
silk
like a
helmet.
pope.
He wears
Yeah.
a silk
Mhm.
helmet.
Horror Beauty says at least they're not blue.
Who's not blue?
The balls.
Oh.
These are the jokes.
I'm on a different topic already. Sorry, my
We
brain.
moved on from balls. It's
Yeah.
fine.
All right, so 12 years ago,
Mhm.
I filmed most of an episode for Paper Mache. The reason why there's not a Paper Mache episode,
Mhm.
Frank and Morgan were there helping me in the shop.
Morgan Shelley.
And, yes.
Nice.
And anytime we said the word balls, they just busted up laughing. And they could not stop or contain themselves. So, because of that, there is no episode on Paper Mache. People can figure out Paper Mache for themselves.
It's not that hard.
Cat Swift said, my friends, or my kids gave a huge lecture on all the toxic fumes. I told them to buy me respirators. He said, just turn on the fan. If I was leaving them a big inheritance, I might be worried.
Eating some pecans.
Mammoth pecans. Behemoth.
All right.
You're pretty loaded over here.
I didn't have any lemon bars, so
I don't know.
You didn't want any.
you're right.
The struggle is real. How is that pumpkin still hanging on?
I don't know. I want to get him out of that shelf before he turns to soup.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Your next job, put that pumpkin in that bag.
What?
Put that pumpkin in that bag. Sure.
This one?
Yeah.
That's the bag.
Are you throwing it away or are we molding it?
Well, I want it to live somewhere secure. I don't want it turning to soup on that shelf.
That's fair.
Tina
That's
Butter
okay.
says big nuts and white balls. Bro says reload balls, aim, fire. Creative Duke says, do another paper mache episode anyways, just don't invite anyone over. There's gotta be a cheaper, or at least better than Mod Podge.
I don't like using food on anything because it, animals want to eat food. Silly animals.
You might have to take the shelves off top, but...
Stacy, help her.
No, it's fine.
Okay. Oh, Gray Hawkins says, hey y'all.
Hello, Gray.
Hi, Gray. I'm glad you're only tuning in just now.
Yeah. We might have learned something.
I don't want to take it off. There.
There you go. Glad you're back from Disney.
Okay, now we're just doing from the table. Is that what you said?
I guess you can put it back on the shelf. Now it's in the bag.
It lives here.
There you go.
It lives right there.
so fuzzy. Yeah, that's creepy looking.
Yeah, I think once I get it like all the way.
Brenda Bodman says, recap. Big bag of green stuff, rub nubs, flock a while, get a little noodle stuck to your hand, and eat large nuts. Got it.
That's right. Mammoth nuts.
Mammoth nuts.
Right in my mouth.
Oh, no.
Delicious.
Creative Dupe says, if I was a teacher, I would use what Alan just said about learning something. Gray says, I can see the previous chat though, y'all.
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
I want you to maintain your wholesome view of Stacy.
Gray.
Too much? Too much?
Just keep your mouth shut, Gray. Gray, just, I love you so much. Say nothing.
I want you to maintain my wholesome view of Stacy. How's that sound?
Kalisha F says, does Alan have a bag down for the flocking?
I don't. I'm just
Wasteful.
throwing this flock to the wind.
Wasteful.
I don't use a lot of white anyway. It's okay.
Wasteful.
Shameful. That's wasteful.
So the whole time that I was looking for Super 77, would you put it on room cam?
The whole time? Right here?
Right there in front of you.
Sorry, I was paying attention.
15 inches in front of you is a full can of Super 77.
Hey, I found this for you.
Thanks. Good help.
Sorry. Listen, you can have good help or you can have cheap help.
That's true.
Al Macho Art says, this is looking amazing. They're looking awesome. Ray says, for your sake, Alan, I'll stay silent.
Thanks.
Leonard Cook says, don't forget Pumpkin Thunder.
Pumpkin Thunder.
Kalisha F says, I agree with the snorting lower shelf elf.
What? What did I do?
She agrees with you.
What did I do?
Unclear.
Doesn't matter.
Okay,
Just take
thank
the
you.
agreement.
Take the win.
Absolutely. That is the correct answer. You win $100,000.
Mhm.
Not really.
Just walk into a bank and demand it.
Here, give him this note.
Hallie said. Ben Hernandez says, so Alan, what's the title of this video stream again?
Well, it's I don't know. Fuzzy
It's
notes and stuff.
flocking plants and
Yeah, flocking.
painting elves.
We already flocked a plant. We painted the elf.
Wasteful, yes. Wasteful, just wasteful. That is the correct answer.
Brenda Bodman says, Alan doesn't flock white anyways.
Hey, Hallie, can you grab for a second? Help me out. Room cam, please. That wasn't wasteful. That was worth every moment. Come here, blast yourself off.
Like, she rode with me.
Here,
Like, where
here.
you're going.
Oh man. The flocking coming off of me is crazy. I barely got you. Here you go.
Bro says, just shake your head and say thank you. Todd Hillbilly Home says, there's nugs, nuts, and sticky stuff. We just says, flocking pumpkin theater.
Man, my cats are gonna think I'm cheating on them.
They're like, how come these cats have no smell? This is creepy.
There we go.
Are you
Resurrect costume says, no evidence.
are you repipping?
Yes. I have repipped.
Okay.
Gray says, yes, a scary that isn't me.
Well, what you guys probably couldn't see is that I grabbed up a handful of loose flocking and I used the air gun to shoot it at her, which could be alarming.
Rose says, Dan, we missed it. Damn you, Ellen. Brenda Bottom says, they took turns flocking the plant.
We did. There was a plant was flocked. All of that title is truth.
Yes. We can show before we get done.
Yeah, I'm going yellow.
Also, just a heads up, 10:05.
Yes, I know, but I have this last little thing to do.
I'm not saying we gotta call him. Just
I
let
do
you,
this last little thing, and
Just
then we're
let
good.
you know. I'm helping. I'm helping.
That was so
Alexa, add black airbrushes to my shopping list.
Black airbrushes added.
Oh my gosh, are we seriously low?
I have 2 left.
That was such a huge pile.
I use a lot of black airbrush bottles.
That's true. Yeah, that's creepy.
I would definitely get scared if stuff popped out at me. Then again, I am very easily startled, obviously.
Bro says, I figured he was up to shenanigans when he said to change the camera.
I was indeed up to shenanigans. That's how I roll.
It's his way.
And that's another reason why I'm here, so you can bully me, because
Well, Rue's not here, so
that's true.
it's gotta be somebody.
That's true. Very true.
You endure it. Rue asks for it.
I don't know if I like that yellow. Very like Easter yellow.
Yes. Well, if you look at the reference, a lot of it is,
Kind of yellowy.
yeah.
You could put like a hint, like the smallest like eye drop of like green in there. It's cool. Maybe.
Creative Doof says this is a good way to cap off a Monday. No complaints.
That looks so fungusy.
But it
Okay.
looks,
You're right. It is too bright.
yeah,
I get it. I hear you talking.
on the camera,
I hear what the rock is saying.
it actually reads a little, like if you look up on the screen there, it reads a little flatter yellow. And it does look really nice there. Larry Hughes says, we got the Island Boys. Nice, Alan.
Saw it too, right?
Yep.
Cloud.
Oh, yeah.
There's a piece of a cloud. Turn the
Good night, Gray.
server on. Good night, Gray. I love you. Reese's Lovely Thoughts says, thanks for the great live. Have a great night all.
Have a good night.
Kalisha F says, looks like Amaryllis.
Anything another color on there?
I personally maybe like the slightest like hint of green.
I don't do green because
No.
green implies chlorophyll and fungus like there aren't green fungus.
So from the reference that you've got up here, it almost has a little bit of like a fleshy orange.
Well, yeah, some are orange.
I mean, granted, I'm at a, several paces.
Some are orange, like this is straight orange.
Yeah, a little,
You know,
little fleshier looking.
A little foamy. There's white. A lot of it is white, like the color that was on there. I wanted a color on there to just change it from what it was, but most of them are pretty white.
Felicia F says, or it looks like cattails. Brenda Bodman says, it looks so cheery,
Cattails.
like sea coral.
I see the cat.
Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, reminds me of one of the Davy Jones crew on the Flying Dutchman.
Yes,
Bro
that
asks-
it kind of should.
Can we see the reference pic?
There's a bunch of them. Go to Tripod Cam.
Creative Duke says, see, I didn't know that was an infected person. I thought the fungi were facial horns. Freaky.
Okay, so this is a tarantula with it.
Gross.
Absolutely not.
This is an ant that died up on a log.
Brenda Bodman says, oh, that's better. Darker doesn't look like cheery sea coral anymore. Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, Google dead man's fingers mushroom.
Okay. White. A lot of white.
Kalisha F says on screen the yellow is buttery.
Buttery.
Yeah, I might add some peach on there maybe.
Yeah, throw some Kalamazam orange on it. Hit room can.
Almatra Art says maybe a pale blue. Mike Sonic Woodberg says, oh my god, Island Boys' comment is gold.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah, the Dead Man's Fingers is so dark and it's gray.
Yeah.
I think I'm going with blue. Like, I heard blue.
Yeah.
I like blue.
From Almatra Art.
That guy's an artist. He knows what he's talking about.
Resurrect Costume says, ooh, I love those fungus. Now, if you go in with a pale blue on top of that, will it just make it green?
It may. Yeah.
Mr. Jimmy FX says, I would add a darker color towards the bottom. Resurrect Costume says, ooh, I love those fungus.
I love those fungus because they're among us. Yeah.
Yeah. Plastic Ninja says, how's it going, all?
Hey, Plastic Ninja, good to see you on, sir. It's been a while.
Bro says, sweet, thanks for the ref pick. Blue would be a good one. Plastic Ninja says, been a minute. Here.
It has been a minute.
Plastic Ninja says, I've been working a ton lately and tired as all get out.
Sorry to hear that.
Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, whatever you do, don't use stinkhorn fungus as a reference.
Okay.
I think that.
It's better.
And it's a good touch with like adding the blue to the mask itself, not just the.
Plastic Ninja says, but I think I have COVID, so I got some time off.
Oh no!
Please rest up and be careful.
Do you have Omnicrom or COVID Classic?
Which flavor? Of the many.
Do we like the thing that's like 20 times more work? Stripes on it, almost.
No.
Good.
Yeah.
Does a lot of work.
Rose says, oh heck, I just googled and saw zombie fungus. Wow. Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, it's a very phallic mushroom, is why I say that.
You know, when someone says, hey, don't look this up, I don't look it up. They want to put some spotting on them just to break it up a little bit.
Absolutely.
Plastic Ninja says, who knows, I might have neither. I'm definitely sick with something or another. Everyone at Home Depot has it, so I assume it's COVID. Test should come back soon. Well, fingers crossed, man. not fun, for sure.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a very small group of folks who haven't gotten it at all yet.
Not that wood.
See, we're the small folks.
I am small. Haha.
Plastic Ninja says we call that our risky click of the day.
Go to tripod camp.
Mike's Haunted Woodwork says, what's your favorite monster?
So I thought a lot about this, and it's definitely the Yeti from a movie in the late 70s called Yeti, the Greatest Monster of the 20th Century. And it pretty much looks like Fabio with a little bit of extra hair on him and a muscle suit, a hairy muscle suit.
Plastic Ninja says Wolfman. 100% his favorite is Wolfman.
Or Boglins, those little hand puppet toys from the 80s. Those are really good too. I have some things that I have to do. And I just learned that I have to do it.
Creative Dude says stinkhorns look like naughty mushrooms, but we're weird and everything is naughty to us, so. True. Thank you, Brenda Bodman. Says it's $5 in Super Chat. I think you should let us randomly send you any object that is lightweight and fits in the hand. You should open it live and work it into a project.
I'm actually not as opposed to that as I ought to be.
Uh-huh.
Because I probably should steer clear of that one. But
But also, yeah, do it for Patreon.
that does sound fun.
Yeah, totally Patreon.
Probably clarify a safe for work object. Tug Hillbilly Homestead says, I always love when you start a mask and I think I know what direction you're going and you go, I'll hold my beer and do something even cooler.
That should be my job.
I had a moment like that during off season.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Or you're like, I'm pretty sure I know where you're going with this.
Oh, no. Like, I'll hold my beer moment.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Catsu says, I think it looks really cool, but didn't you say it was mostly white? Should you lightly spray a white coat over the colors?
We'll see.
I mean, technically this is only modeled after a real fungus. This fungus in the show is not a real fungus.
Just a little pop of color in the eyes, I think helps.
Yeah.
It's hard to see, it's just a little bit, but it helps.
I think it looks totally wicked.
Yeah. Good night, Louis Searby.
Good night!
Brenda Bodden says, yeah, I think it would be neat to watch him work his art magic with a bunch of unexpected items.
I'm completely down with that. So here we go. This is it's one of these guys. Definitely one of them. Yep,
And we completed 2 other flocked masks.
that's right. Those guys are flocked. They're ready to go to their new home. I guess I'll move the camera over there and show them. Wish I never got to stain these teeth. I'll do that next time.
This is definitely a group effort mask. Allie sculpted it. Rue poured it up.
Yeah.
Hallie painted it. I did the eyes. You flocked it.
All right.
Stan mixed the paint.
He did indeed mix the paint.
Literally everybody.
Everybody's got
God.
that.
Classic name just next week on Sylvie's Line. Ellen works a balloon of white heroin into a mask.
Oh, good lord.
Don't pick your nose or anything. You're on camera.
I'm not.
And you're on camera because it's time to say goodnight.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Say goodnight, Stacy. All right. All right. Someone's asking for a close.
First close up.
Oh, they have the mask. Okay. I mean, parts of this are mildly inappropriate, but not wildly so.
Creative Doof says the headache for that guy with the fungi in his head must be over by now.
Yeah, he's probably feeling nothing. Good night. Go make stuff.
Girl, monster!